All right, our final local zip trip of the season starts in just about 45 minutes from now. We are closing it out in Sausalito.
One of your favorite places,
yes.
Mine too. KTVU's Frank Malakote already there. You're at Galilee Harbor to give us a sneak peek. Good morning, Frank.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. As you mentioned, our final zip trip here to the fine city of Sausalito. You may not know this, but during World War II, this was a transportation hub and a shipbuilding area. Nearly 100 Liberty ships built right here in Sausalito. Then it kind of morphed into a more bohemian lifestyle with hippies and artisans and houseboats. Lots of houseboats. Hundreds of them, in fact. And I have Brad Cornelius. He is the harbor manager of Galilee. Come on in here, Brad. You live on a houseboat. What's it like to live on a houseboat?
I do. You know, it's surprisingly homey. It feels very residential, and you can make it as special or as mundane as you want, depending on how you choose to live, where you're docked, and what you do in big storms, whether you stay home and rough it out or whether you head inland.
What is that like on a big stormy day?
You know, there's not too many here on Richardson Bay. We're fairly well protected from big weather events, but yeah, once in a while you'll get a storm that'll kind of knock you on your heels. So you have to pay attention.
I guess so, and all the sounds and sights and whatnot. Give us a little history, because you truly are a community. You all work together to make this happen, right?
We certainly are. We're a co-op. We've been here since 1980, 45 years. There's 38 families who live here, and you mentioned the bohemian transformation years ago, and some of those hippies and artisans are still here, and as well as a lot of maritime workers. The Sausalito's working waterfront is still vibrant and hardworking, and these folks work in that industry as well as the arts.
Are there any drawbacks to living on a houseboat?
Boy, I haven't found any. I'll keep looking.
I guess so. Okay, Brad, well, you're going to stick around. We're going to talk a little bit more. Coming up on our zip trip, we're also, of course, going to talk trivia, and we're going to tell you, how did Sausalito become Sausalito? What does it mean in Spanish? And it may surprise you. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Frank. Always love that part of the show, the trivia. What a gorgeous day. This is a postcard from Sausalito. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. You know we love a good road trip.
You can get on the water, you can take the ferry, you can walk the dog just like I'm seeing here. Greg Lee's back here with his dog. That's how beautiful a place it is. I'm going to have to bring my dog back here for a little walk as well, because it's such a beautiful place. And the other thing, when I'm always driving down the highway, I always look over and I see the houseboats all along the side. And so I'm so glad for this segment, because Frank is going to give us an up-close look at that. Frank Malakote out there at the houseboats right along the coast here in Sausalito. Good morning to you, Frank.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, 450 plus houseboats. They all kind of sprung up after World War II because this was a shipyard. They built almost 100 Liberty ships. And I got Brett Cornelius, who is works here at the Galilee Harbor. You're the manager here, right?
I am the harbor manager.
Harbor manager, and you live at another community down the way. Well, just tell us, what's the community like? What's it like living on a houseboat?
This community is amazing. There's the extended community of Sausalito with its multiple houseboats and multiple different income levels and styles of living and sizes of boats and family size. And then there's this community of Galilee Harbor, which is just 38 berths, little families from all over the place that have come together and run this as a co-op. And they own it together, and they fix it up together, and they band together in tough times, and they celebrate together. We have a Thanksgiving, a family Thanksgiving every year.
So it really is a community.
It absolutely is, 100%.
Okay, and the boats all have their own little look, distinct, and one behind us. Give us a little history on the potato chip boat.
Yeah, this is officially called the Guy Lombardo, and it's affectionately known as the potato chip boat. It has a parabolic roof that was designed by students at UC Berkeley long ago, and it's actually built on the hull of a World War II lifeboat.
I'll be done.
So it's been encased in fiberglass over the years to protect against rust, because of course we are in a saltwater environment. And that's something that all of these boats have to contend with, whether they're old or brand new, is the electrolysis and the slow decay of everything that comes in contact with this salty air and the salty water.
What is the best thing about living on a houseboat?
Oh my gosh. It's almost too many things to count. I think for me, it's the relationship to nature and the intimacy that we have with the changes in the weather and the differences in season as the seabirds start coming in over the winter. We get these giant brown pelicans, and then in the springtime, we have the baby seals being born. And this is happening on our docks. This is happening feet away from us. We don't have to travel out and find nature. It's here, and it's our backyard, and it gives us a sense of responsibility to appreciate it and care for it.
Well, you, graphic designer, lived on the peninsula, worked down there, and you answered a Craigslist ad to buy a boat, 5-6 years ago?
I did, yeah. It was July of 2020, and we were all sitting hunkered down in our little apartments, and it was time for a big life change. And I hopped on Craigslist and found a houseboat project in Sausalito. And it just felt like the right thing to do, so we went for it.
Are there any drawbacks, anything that's unusually hard living on a houseboat?
You learn a whole different set of skills than you would living in a stick-built house on land. Absolutely. There's fiberglass patches. When you get a leak, you want it to be from the roof, not from down below.
Yeah,
it's very important to know the difference.
And the grocery runs, I guess, are a little tough because you got to wag them in and wag them out.
Yeah, you get $1 million view, but you got to walk to get to your car. You earn that view.
Yeah, very good. All right, Brad, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. It is gorgeous down here. 450 plus houseboats, a gorgeous community dotted all along Sausalito. We'll send it back to you guys.